Witness remanded over.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
Yeah.
Mr. Musia, you confirmed that during break we went through the pictures of your workbook. Working copy, sorry, my lord. Working copy.
Yes, yes, I confirm.
And we confirmed the time when those two pictures were taken.
It is indeed so, yes.
And we confirm. And we confirmed the time that it was at 1 o'clock midnight when those two pictures were taken.
1 o'clock. It is so, yes.
Thank you, madam. I have no further questions.
Right. Set up. Mr. P, you want to ask something?
Indeed, so madam. Maybe perhaps 2 questions on procedure.
On
just procedure, 2 aspects only.
Let's see.
Now, Warrant Officer Musia, you testified that when you take pictures or photographs of a scene, you then select which photos are you going to make an album out of. Is that correct?
It is indeed so.
Now, what guides you as an LCRC field worker and photographers? Tell me if you know it. It's LCRC Policy 5 of 2003, correct?
LCRC Policy 5, year 2003, that is correct. Yeah, Policy 5 LCRC Policy 5.
Now, I'm well aware of that policy because it says if you take photographs of a scene, the in focus, out focus, the black ones, you still include them in your photo album sequentially. You don't even select, chop and choose which photos you include in your photo album. What's your comment on that?
photo album ho latela ka mo nna ke understand nga teng le ke tlo gona ho ihlalosa.
No, I disagree with that. I actually arranged the photo album in a manner that will be understandable to me so that I can then be able to simply follow it. What you can't do with another police or naloko when I offshore. Mina ngihlela ithombe ukuya ngendlela engizosisama khona nokuthi ngiyokhona ke ukuyilandela kanjani lezo ithombe.
And dinepetse salam ha ke sa di include ke di kenye morao photo album ke di explain from photos to so indicates the general conditions on the scene.
Now, such photographs that are not going to be including them in the album, I usually put them at the back of the album and then put a note there. Photo number so and so up to photo number so and so has to do with the general scene.
Officer Misi, I'm thankful, but let me leave you with this anecdote. You'll invite my learned colleague, Mr. Mumal, to ask you for Policy 5, and I'm telling you, it differs with what you say, but thank you.
Policy 5. Or no, if I can say when I start something. Oh, can't you
I mean, that's sorry, my lord. I mean,
okay, fine. Mr. Baloi, in the re-exam?
As you could please, my lord. Warrant Officer Musia, you were asked by counsel for accused number 5 as to why you excluded the 2 photos that Mr. Ramasipili has also just asked you about now.
Le ba botsa ke molli wa motho so tlano mala le dine petsana tse pedi tse sa ke wa Kenya mme le gore potso e nngwe ya tlanga hona mona o tswa ho ntate Ramasipili ka baka la tsone dine petsana tse pedi
Ho jwalo.
Isn't it so?
When arranging the photo album,
Others?
when arranging the photo album, in response to counsel for accused number 5, you said you sit down and rearrange photos according to your understanding of the scene.
O tlhalositse jalo ha mo araba molli wa mothusi wa botlhano o rena o dula fatshe ebe wa di hlophisa go ya ka kutlwisiso ya hao ya tlolo ya molao.
Ho jwalo.
It is and so
And there was also-
ukuthi ngivumile okanye ngingamtshela ummeli kaMangalelo wesihlanu ukuthi mina emva kokuthi ngithathe iy'thombe ngihlala phansi-ke bese ngiyahlela ukuthi lezi iy'thombe ngizizwisisa kanjani mayelana-ke nendawo yesigameko.
And that was also the effect of your answer when Mr. Ramasipili asked you the same question about policy 5 of LCRC.
Ke laba yona taba eno e hlahelang hape mayelana le policy 5 ya LCRC hantate Ramasipili na
Now, what was your understanding of the scene?
jwale kutlwisiso ya hao ya tulo ya tlolo ya molao phaposing e laba e feng jwalo ka o hlalosa hore o tshwanetse o hlophise dinepe go ya ka kutlwisiso ya hao ya tulo ya tlolo ya molao jwale understanding ya hao e laba e feng ya scene.
Kutlwisiso ya ka crime scene hobane ne se ke qadile e ne e le hore ke emele crime scene management re tlo tswela pele kaofela.
My understanding with the crime scene, given the fact that I had already started with the crime scene, was for me to wait for the management so that we can assist each other going forward, getting that crime scene. Ngendlela engizwisanga khona-ke mayelana-ke nendawo yesigameko kwangukuthi ngoba ngase sengihlalile-ke ngaleyo ndawo yesigameko ukuthi ngilindeleke abaphathi ukuthi sizokwazi ukuthi sisebenzisane mayelana-ke nendawo yesigameko.
But insofar as the exclusion of the 2 photos from the working copy from the photo album, you mentioned that you prepare the full photo album according to your understanding of the scene.
So mabapi le working copy ya hao re bua ka photo album gore wena o tlhopisa dinepe go ya ka kutlwisiso ya hao ya tulo ya tlolo ya molao.
Jwalo morena.
It is indeed so, yes.
Yes, can you just maybe explain to the court what was your understanding that made you to exclude the 2 photos?
Jwale ebe o se ka kgona go tlhalosetsa kgotla kutlwisiso ya hao ya tulo ya molao ebile e feng e entseng gore o seke wa kenya dinepe tseno tse pedi.
Akusana mohopolo hore bana
I do not have that understanding as to why did I actually exclude them. I no longer have that understanding. Ukuthi-ke angisenawo-ke lowo mqala ukuthi sizathu sini esenza-ke ukuthi ngingafaki lezi y'thombe kule album lezi eziwu-2.
Counsel for accused number 4 put it to you that the Samsung S4 cell phone that's depicted on one of the photos that has been left out. He said he was going to argue that the allegations in the indictment that Ms. Gladness Kumalo or Kelly Kumalo were robbed of the S4 cell phone is not correct.
Wila mutwa mweli wa mkutsu wa bone hore cellphone ena e leng Samsung S4 e leng hore e hlahella jwalo kapa e ne hlahelletse ho tshebetsa dinepe mona mme e hlahella le pampiring ya qoso e leng indictment jwalo ka cellphone e leng hore e ile ya nkuwa kapo ya tlatlatswa hona mane e nkuwa matsohong a Gladness Khumalo le kapo Kelly Khumalo mme a ba hlalosa hore tlatlapo e ne na le cellphone e ha se yona ya nnete.
In fact, he even went as far as to say that he viewed it and increased its size.
O ile ba tswela pele a re o ile a e shebisisa hantle.
Now, I just wish to draw your attention to what Mr. Tumelo Madala testified for your comment, if you have any.
Jwale haebe le hore o na le ho mo ka botjong jwalo ka ha ke tlo hlalosetsa hore na Tumelo Madlala o reng o ka nne wa bua he.
That was on the 7th of August 2023 at page 36 of the record.
In the 7th August 2023, page 33.
Page 36.
Oh, page 36. Yeah, record ya ho.
And it's from line 3
Ho tloha moleng wa boraro
to line 12.
ho ya ho line 12.
And they said, ask him, now, did you have a cell phone on the day? And he responds, yes, it was a Samsung S3, most probably, but it's written S3, white in color, that I was in possession of.
Mmuso o a botsa mono hore o nona le cellphone ya hao ka letsatsi leno ntate Madlala wa araba hore e ne le Samsung o bile le phoso mono S3 e tshweu ka mmala e leng hore ke ke tshwere ho nna.
And we then further asked him what happened to the cell phone. He says, line 9 to 10, I was no longer in possession of the cell phone. They took it and they put it in some plastic bag that was sealed.
Abotsa ba tsena ka cellphone e no o twa ho line 9 jwalo ho ya ho 10 hore ke ne ke se ke sa tshwara yona cellphone e no ba ile ba nka ba ke ne ka hara ho plastic bag e leng hore ile ya kwala.
Do you have,
Khona lokho ke okufundayo esinalana ukuthi uMahlala wafunda umshushisi ngalawo mazwi ukuthi uma umshushisi embuza ukuthi ile kuphi i-cellphone ngalo suku uthi okanye ubonayo i-cellphone ngalo suku uthi yebo ngangiphethe i-cellphone okuyi-Samsung S3 umshushisi uyasho ukuthi lo X yona leyo uthatha S3 emhlophe nombala kanti ke ngangiphethe ngalo suku kwathi kuyachutshe kwabe ubuzwa eminye imibuzo ukuthi kwenzakalani ke ngaleyo cellphone ngosuku uthi uma ephendula uMadlala ukuthi bese sengasayiphethe leyo cellphone baye bayithatha base bayifaka kwi-plastic bag yasilwa okanye yavalwa.
do you have any comment?
Ebe hona le ho karata na le tlhahiso itseng ka bo araba mo.
Chair, can I not please?
No, I do not have any comment. What the powder organ?
The statement of Lieutenant Colonel Nietleng was handed up as exhibit O in brackets 4 in brackets D, and he lists the cell phones that he confiscated on the day. Amongst them, item 6 Samsung S3, and the owner is indicated as Tumelo.
Hona le commissaire de Midland we la Kenya the Federal Party more exhibit what exhibit was it again?
O in brackets 4 in brackets D.
O4D mehe o hlalla mona hore di cell phone tse do hore o ile adlinka o hlalla lona e ya Samsung S3 e leng hore monga yona ke Tumelo. Yes, I understand that. Ukuthi ngiyazwisisa lokho ukuthi uma cell phone athathwe ubaba lo lokukhulisa uMidland uvelela yona ke leyo cell phone Samsung S3 ukuthi ikaTumelo yebo ngiyazwisisa ngiyabona lokho.
So the statement of Lieutenant Colonel Nietleng is exhibit O in brackets 4 in brackets G.
usho kanjalo-ke leyo exhibit ithi i-statement sakhe i-exhibit O in bracket 4
In bracket G.
in bracket 4 in bracket G. Kanjalo-ke. Yes, I understand that.
And there was a request for the download of this phone as per exhibit O in brackets 4 in brackets D.
Wile ha kana le kopo ya hore ho bane le di-download ho ya ka exhibit O 4D. Yo tloha
Do you have any comment?
ebe hona le comment o ka etsang bona?
Chair, I couldn't understand.
No, I do not have any comment.
And finally, the statement of Mr. Mushwana, who also testified, was handed up as exhibit O in brackets 3. And he mentions that he received one Samsung S3 in item 1 of his statement.
Le statement is a high Mushwana ka exhibit O3 o tla hore o la fumana ntlha e le kapo ntho e no le cell phone ya Samsung S3. I understand that. Singabuzwa lokho ke ukuthi umshwana nayo uyasho kule yangenye yobufakazi i-O3 ukuthi wathola ke i-cellphone okuyiyona Samsung S3.
And just lastly, Colonel Stein testified on the 28th of July 2023, page 17 of the record, lines 17 to 19. That he said okay. Then again on 26 October at 21:52 minutes and 56 seconds, that cell phone, referring to the cell phone that was robbed, received an SMS while at the reception area of 3G Muleleki, W2SGS, and the phone stays in that vicinity until 21:53:44. Do you have any comment?
Ebe hona le tlhahiso o ka e tjhong hona moo mona bisa o sebetsa bua eng ka study.
Chair, I can understand.
No, there isn't. I do not have any comment. It's a abuko in a bush of another work.
Now, when you were taking photos as per Exhibit C, were the occupants of the house still there at the house?
How long ka tinete sa tuya pula molao ile ba tla dina ka motho e no ba ntse ba teng ka hare tiro motho eo.
Chair, never listen to
The occupants were not inside of the house. Uthi labo ke abahlala endlini babengekho ngikathi mina ngithatha ke ithombe kunalaphana ndaweni yes ngame.
But were they still on the premises or had they already left?
Nentse ba lo hona molo mfuni le ha isika hare umuntu ka bone se ba tsamaile. They were still in the yard, in the premises there. Uthi yebo babeloko bekhona khona laphana lo muzi nanoma lokho khona phakathi kwendlu.
And counsel for accused number 5 put it to that the entries in the vehicle register as per Exhibit C5 on the 27th of October 2014 indicate that at 7 o'clock you departed from home.
We beile jwalo mwelo mothuso wa bohlano hore ka 7 o'clock ka 27 October 2014 we ile wa tloha lapeng e leng entry e hlahelang moo le ho vehicle register.
And you answered that you were giving an estimate as you didn't have the your records at the time.
Wa araba ka tsela e nngwe hore o ile wa mpe wa inahanela nako hobane o ne o sena di-record ka nako eno. It isn't it so uthi yebo ngiye ngavuma ngaleyo ndlela ngesikhathi ngiye ngaphana ngesikhathi ngaleyo ndlela ngoba ke ama-record bengingawaphethe kulina.
And you were then previously asked by counsel for accused number 4 as to what is the time that you arrived at the scene, and you said that when the crime scene management arrived there at 9:10, you were already on the scene. Do you
Wow.
confirm that?
Wa botsa ka nako e le mona o ile wa fihla ka yona tulong ya tolo ya molao or wena ha batho bana crime scene management team ya teng ha e fihla ka bo 9 o'clock no so le hona mono tulong ya tolo ya molao. That is correct, yes. Uthi yebo ngiyakusho kanjalo ukuthi uma kufika le team la le crime scene management ngabonani mina ngase sengikhona phela lapha endaweni yesigameko.
Thank you, Manode. That will be all.
Yeah. Okay. This one thing, it just surprises me. I'm not impugning anything to you. When the investigating officer took all the cell phones of the people who were inside the house, because that was his evidence, or the evidence is an investigating officer took all the cell phones of all the persons who were inside, except apparently the cell phone which was allegedly robbed from Mrs. Gladys Kumalo. You were not at the crime scene, or you were not in the vicinity.
How no go at ka batho ba di cell phone tseno tsa batho kaofela ba le ba le ka hare ho ntlo ho ba le ba ke botse bontsi tse mona bo tshwalo hore le focus nyabeng ena le la tla nka di phone kaofela wena o ne le siko.
Anka ba ka lemoha ha nka di phone ho.
I did not notice at the time that the investigating officer took the cell phones from there.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Othi-ke mina zange ngicaphelele uma lo ofihlala ethatha ama-cell phone qhamuka kubo la.
None from the bench.
I've got no question, Madam.
Thank you, Madam. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Remember, you're going to argue.
Argue.
No questions.
No, I think I've received what I wanted.
Yeah?
This I've got what I wanted this court to
okay,
to
fine.
hear.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Mcholo.
No questions, my lord.
Okay, thanks, sir. What are you doing for your rehabilitation? You told me that you go for what? Physiotherapy and what else?
Physiotherapy and orthopediatric.
To make you walk. And what?
And I've been to psychologists and psychiatric.
That's all.
I was helped by this chiropractor.
Okay.
Yes.
No, they're fine. I'm asking because sometimes our people try our black magic medicine. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Right. Yes, ma'am, Mr. Baloyi.
As the court please, my lord, the state calls the next witness, Mr. Jack Butelezi.
Jack Butelezi.
Butelezi.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to be on the list, my lord. His full name is Msizi Jack Butelezi.
Yes, so the witness in?
Amagama aphelele. Msizi Jack Butelezi is the next witness, my lord. Ngaba lenkinga yokuthatha isifungo sokukhuluma iqiniso? Unenkinga yokufuna? There is no objection in taking a prescribed route, my lord. Yafunga ukuthi ukufakaza ozokuthula manje la enkantolo kuyoba iqiniso lodwa iqiniso liphelele. Uma ngabe kunjalo ba ngaphakamisa ke isandla sokudla uthi inkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso. All taken, my lord.
Mr. Buthelezi, do you know any of the accused before this court?
Babu Buthelezi, ngabe khona umaziyo kulaba mangalelwa abala enkantolo?
Yebo khona.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, which one?
Omob lawyer.
Bonta.
It is Bongani Ntanzi.
How do you know him?
Umazi kanjani?
Ushuthi uNtanzi ngiqale ngambona ngo-2008.
I started seeing him in 2008.
Where?
Buphi.
Sisengomeni.
We were in a ceremony called Engomeni. Engomeni umgidi nyana. We were in a ceremony, the Zulu ceremony called Engomeni.
Yes. And what happened after that?
Kwenzakalani emva kwalokho?
Ukuthi ngibone
Emva kokuthi umbone.
ngishuthi saphinde sahlangana sajwayelana naye.
We again met and we got used to one another.
Yes.
Kwase
Kushuthi emveni kwalokho kwagcina wayeka ukusebenza la esebenza khona kuye wazohlala nami endlini.
Now, eventually, he stopped working where he was working, and he came to reside with me at my house.
And where was that?
Kukuphi lapho-ke?
Ela eside.
That is in Rustenburg.
Yes.
Okay.
Was it a house or what was the position?
Bekuyindlu okanye indawo enjani ukuhlala le?
Ngihlala endlini yankobhola.
It was a shed. Uthi yenkonkolo?
Enkomponi.
Enkomponi.
Hostel.
A hostel. Oh, sorry, my lord. Sorry, my lord. We were staying in a house, in a hostel.
Yes, you may proceed.
Ungaqhubeka ke.
When did he start living with you at the hostel?
Because
When did he start to live with you at the hostel?
waqala nini-ke ukuhlala nawe khona lapha ne-hostel?
Ukuhlala hostel siqala ngo-2019.
We started in 2019 to reside at the hostel.
Yes, you may proceed.
Ungaqhubeka.
Shuthi sahlala naye samzamela umsebenzi waze wasebenza.
We stayed together with him there. We waited for him to find work until such time that he eventually got some work.
Uthe esasebenza wangathi umsebenzi wakhe uyaphela kancane wasiyashintsha uthola ukuthi asivele wayempahla.
Now, as he was working, it was as though that he was going to be. There was a time when it was as though that he was losing, or the job was ending. Then he decided to go to Impala in Kampala.
Mine, okay.
Yeah, Impala. That is a mine. That's another mine.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you may proceed.
Shuthi emveni kwalokho ngithe ngibuye ekhaya kwi-lockdown bese ngithola umlayezo ukuthi uboshiwe.
When I came back from home after the lockdown, I then received a message or a report that he was incarcerated or arrested.
Just a minute. Now, when you say he was staying with you, who else was staying with you at that time?
Mawuthi ke ubehlala nawe. Ngubani omunye obehlala nawe ngaleso sikhathi?
Bengihlala la,
Ehe.
bengihlala nomunye uZondo, Shuzi, nomunye uNgili, sibo-4,
Bekuzondo.
noNgili.
I was also staying together with Zondo and Mbili. It was a total of 4 of us that were residing together.
You-
Zondo and Mbili.
You mentioned that he lost a job and found another job. Did you play a role as far as that is concerned?
uthi walahlekelwa umsebenzi waphinde wathola omunye umsebenzi. Ngabe wena-ke khona iqhaza walibamba khona lapho ekuteni aphinde athole omunye umsebenzi?
yebo yimi ngamsiza kakhulu.
Yes, I'm the one that was very instrumental in him finding another job. In fact, I was assisting him a lot.
How did you assist him?
Wamsiza kanjani?
Ngangimkhulumela nalaba abakwazi ukusiza umuntu bemfaka emsebenzini.
I was representing him to those that were in the position who can, employ people.
Was he then employed as a result of those efforts that you made?
Wagcina-ke esesebenza ngokuthi-ke kube nokuthize okwenzayo ukuthi asebenze.
Yebo injalo.
It is indeed so.
And was there any pastime that you indulged in while staying at the hostel?
Ngabe kukhona-ke isikhathi nje sokuthi mhlawumbe nonke ngingathi nisahlala khona laphana e-hostel
Besihlala sonke.
nje isikhathi nje ninonke.
Besihlala nje sonke sindawonye.
We would spend time together in the same place.
Yes, but over the weekends, how did you pass time? Over the
Kusho ukuthi-ke ngama-weekend kanjalo beniba nonke-ke nangama-weekend.
Amanye ama-weekend bebehamba eGoli nje hlala ngophosa.
Some of the weekends we would go to Joburg or Gauteng, and then myself over the weekend I will remain in the hostel.
Yes, to do what in Joburg?
Obezokwenzani la eGoli?
Ngiyogida esipaneni sakhe.
Uyogida.
Eh.
Uthini ukugida-ke futhi esipaneni? Ukugida kanjani? We would say that he would go and
Sinengoma.
he would dance, he would traditionally dance at his place of work. Ukugida at his place of work.
Yes, but when he went to Johannesburg, as you mentioned, what was he going to do there?
Uthi makaya-ke makeza ngapha eJoburg. Isizathu okuyisona sona sokumletha la eJoburg ukwenzani?
Ngiyogida.
Because most of the times he would come to Joburg to come and dance, to traditionally dance.
Do you know where he danced traditionally?
Uyakwazi ukuthi ube gidela kuphi-ke indawo la bebegidela kuyo.
Kusho ukuthi ingoma ibekwa noma kuphi, kodwa ubegidela isipani saseForce.
Foslo.
Isipani besigidela.
Now, the celebration of the song, of the dancing, would be done anywhere. However, he would go and do the traditional dancing for the Phosphorus team. Shobanja.
And where did the Phosphorus team dance?
Ganti-ke bona-ke bebegidela kuphi la sefoslo bebevamise okanye bebegidela kuphi la basefoslo.
Kusho ukuthi ibekwa noma kuphi ingoma around eGoli.
Anywhere in the vicinity of Gauteng.
And you yourself were involved in any traditional dancing?
Wena ngabe-ke uyingxenye-ke yalowo mgido?
Bengisikhosela Rustenburg.
Yes, I was a prominent one in Rustenburg.
And what was your position regarding the traditional dancing?
Position.
Yes.
Wena-ke ububambe lukuchaza khona lapho kulowo mgido. Wena-ke.
This school.
I was their senior.
Sorry, not school, I understand you. Because my mother is Zulu. Kati utsho ukuthi kati umphathi wabo.
Ade ngumphathi wabo.
Thank you, mfowethu. Thank you.
Yes. Is it correctly interpreted to say
Yes,
he was
yes.
the senior man?
No, English doesn't
Not
capture
the-
it.
It doesn't.
It means he was the man in charge.
He was the man in charge.
That's it.
Indeed, my lord.
I'm not giving evidence, please. People mustn't accuse me of giving evidence. Just saying the interpretation
As the court.
is not apt.
Good. sinimzwile-ke uthi bekuyisikhulu ngamanye amazwi.
When he went to work at Impala Mine, do you know where he was staying?
Wahamba uyosebenza khona phana-ke Impala kule mine yase-Impala. Uyazi-ke bekihlala kuphi?
Yebo. Number
Yeah.
8.
Yes, I know where he was staying at number 8.
Yes, number 8 what?
Number 8 kuphi i-address eliphelele?
Wazi kuse number 8 nje emkhukhwini yakho.
I know that it is number 8 in that informal settlement or where the shacks are.
Yes. Yes, you may continue as to what happened during the lockdown.
Beka-ke kwenzakalani ngenkathi kune-lockdown.
Futhi ngithe ngibuye ekhaya ngathola umbiko ubikelwa ushuzi ukuthi kade kufuna uNtanzi.
Now, when I came back from home, I received a report that Ntanzi had phone called.
That's hearsay, my lord.
As a court, please, you received a report, and what did you do as a result of that report?
Emva-ke ukuthi uthole lo mbiko-ke wase wenza njani-ke wena? Ngaphandle kokuthi usibanibani wathi kanje waqhubeka-ke wena wenzani?
Ngathula ngahlala. Ngathi uthini? Wathi okay. Futhi emveni kwalokho wathi ekuseni wafona yena uNtanzi wathi uzovela ecourt.
Now, that was confirmed indeed. And then in the morning, Ntanzi phone called and he said that he was going to appear in court. Ntanzi himself phone called and he said that he was going to appear in court.
Yes.
Okay.
Wathi ucela ukuthi ngizombona lapha ecourt. Ngathi okay, ayikulungile mfana ngizokubona.
He then said that I should come and see him at court. I said, it's okay, my lad. I will come. I will come to the court and see you.
Did he say where he was appearing?
Washo ukuthi-ke uzovelela kwephi inkantolo?
Yebo washo ukuthi uzovelela ecourt yaseHlabane lengaphansi kwasePhukeni.
Phukweni.
Engaphansi kwasePhukeni eHlabane.
Okay. He then said that he was going to appear in the Tlhabane court in the region or in the district of Phukeni.
Yes.
Ngahamba ngayofika khona futhi sangabonana mangifika khona.
I then proceeded to that place, and upon my arrival there, we didn't see each other.
Which place did you proceed to?
Uye waya kwephi indawo-ke ma uya khona? Uye kuphi?
Khona la eHlabane. Futhi sagijana kancane.
I went to Tlhabane and then we missed each other. We just slightly missed each other.
Where in Tlhabane did you go to?
Kuphi eHlabane kahle kahle?
Hlabane ngasePhukeni ngaphansi kwasePhukeni. YaRustenburg.
Kweyiphi indawo? Uyohlangana kuphi? Kweyiphi indawo?
Sohlangana ecourt.
Ecourt.
Yes. Futhi sagijana kancane la.
We slightly missed each other because we were to meet at that court in Tlhabane, which is in the district or the region of Phukeni. So we missed each other.
Yes.
Sithe masigijana ngajika ngathi sengibuyele emuva.
After we had missed each other, I then told myself that I should go back.
Ngithe masengibuyele emuva sengiphezulu edrobheni. Ngase apha phindwa wafona. Wathi mana lapha.
When I went back and I was there in the vicinity of Absa, inside of the town, that is at the CBD of that town, he then phone called and he said that, wait right there.
So who called?
Ubani wafona, wathume khona lapho.
Wafona yena.
It was Ntanzi himself that phone called.
Sorry, he phoned and said what?
Wafona wathini?
Wathi angime lapha edrobheni. Sofonela sidibane khona la edrobheni.
He said that I should wait right there in town. We will meet in town.
So then, which town are you referring to?
Eliphi idolobha? Rustenburg.
Yes.
Ungaqhubeka.
Saye sahlangana khona ngambuza ukuthi ungakuphi. Wathi ungase-Absa. Wathi okay kulungile ngiyezake la.
we had to meet, myself and him, and I asked him where exactly was he. He said he is in the vicinity of Absa or nearby Absa, and then I proceeded to that particular spot. Nahlangana khona.
Sahlangana.
And we met there.
Yes.
Kubeka.
Sithe mahlangana khona ngabuza ukuthi uhambani? Wathi hayi ngiboshiwe. Boshelweni. Wathi
When we met, I asked him what is happening, and he says that I'm arrested. Further asked him for what.
All right. You may not disclose as to for what purpose he was arrested.
Ungakusho lokho ukuthi waboshelwana.
ebo
Now, when you met him, what was the position? Was he walking on foot, or where was he?
Isimo sakhe besinjalo behamba ngeenyawo bekuphi inhlangano mawumbona nami.
mangimbona ngifice kule moto yamaphoyisa le evulwa so nevala so enamaphoyisa amabhaleti
Le evulwa ngasemuva
levulwa
or le evulwa ngapha emasayidini. When I met him, he was inside. He had embarked inside of the police vehicle that slides open on the sides, and these were the beret police officers that he was in the company of.
Yes, we may proceed.
Maqhubeka.
futhi ngingafika ngibingelela ngasengibuza ukuthi kuhamba asiyasho ukuthi uboshiwe
I then greeted him and asked or inquired from him what is happening, and he said that he was arrested.
Just a minute. Now, when you were taken to him, where were you? Were you in the street, or what was the position?
Uma uyabuye ubukuphi wena ubukhona lapha emgaqweni noma kwabani kwenzakalani awusinikeze nje isithombe esicamile
ngifukwaqa
busemgaqweni noma ubukuphi angisho yena usemotweni
usemotweni
wena ukuphi nangu yena usemotweni
usemotweni futhi iy'tulo zakhona zime kanje zibhekene amaphoyisa ahleli la athi ngena phakathi kuwo
Now, how that vehicle is designed inside is that it's got some seats that are facing each other, and the police were also seated there in one of the, or in some of the seats inside of that vehicle, and the police then said that I should embark the vehicle or get into the vehicle.
Yes.
futhi mase ngingeneleke bese ngiyabuza ukuthi kwenze njani bese yangibikela ukuthi uboshiwe
After I'd gotten into the vehicle, I inquired what happened. That is when he responded by saying that he is arrested.
Now, who was in the vehicle at the stage when you were talking to him?
Ubani obengasemotweni ngenkathi ukhuluma naye ngalesi sikhathi usukhuluma naye-ke manje ekutshela ukuthi uboshiwe kwakhona ubani ngasemotweni
eduze kwemoto
ngaphakathi emotweni bekhona ubani
Oh.
ubani abebekhona emotweni.
bekuyimi ngomunye umfana waseswazini
It was myself
elinye iphoyisa eliphansi
It was myself and one young man from Swaziland. Uthi igama lakhe ubani? Waseswazini.
wakondlela
Surnamed Ndlela. Surnamed Ndlela. Ubani.
bese kuba yile phoyisa la amabheno ayephansi la
And it was also Mabena as well, who was just close to the vehicle, outside of the vehicle. Nobody.
angibazi laba bantu
And other the Perez police officers.
Yes, but you mentioned that some of the police officers were seated in the vehicle. What happened to them?
Uthi bakhona-ke amanye amaphoyisa behleli ngasemotweni kwenzakalani nawo?
aye ngaphandle ahlehla kancane amangale angena
They actually were outside, close to the door. As the witness is trying to demonstrate with his hands, they were just standing outside here. The proximity is from where he's standing and he's showing the border of the witness box. And when they say that I should get into the vehicle, they shifted a bit so that I can, giving me an access into the vehicle.
Yes.
wasethi uboshiwe.
Yes. Yes, you may proceed.
Ngathi wasethi uboshiwe ngathi uboshelweni ngathi uboshelwe icala lenhlanzi qala.
He then said to me that he was arrested, and I inquired, "You are arrested of what?" And he said, a case that has to do with
Yes, you may not
ammunition."
put that on record. He told he was arrested, and then what happened further?
Wakutshela-ke ukuthi uboshiwe kwase kwenzakalani emva kwalokho. Emva esekukhulumile-ke lokho kwase kwenzakalani. Angisho-ke ukutshelile konke akutshele khona kwase-ke kwenzakalani emva kwalokho. Nanoma ungasho ukuthi waphinde wakhuluma wathi qhubeka nje kwenzakalani.
Wasekwenzakalani futhi uyakhuluma lokho ukuthi uboshiwe. Ngase ngiyambuka. Wasevele ekhuluma yaqeda ukuthi uboshelweni.
He did explain that he was arrested, and he proceeded to explain further as to why was he arrested.
Yes.
Emva kwalokho
Yes. Yes. What
was it?
Just tell us what happened. What was the discussion? What happened during the what was said?
Sitshele-ke ukuthi kwakhulunywa kwathiwani ngisho.
Ukuthi wakhuluma wathi uboshelweni.
To
Yes.
say that why was he arrested?
Yes.
Yes.
Except for the Rustenburg case. Any other discussion?
Ngaphandle kwale case yaseRustenburg.
Mshuthi uvele wakhuluma wangama.
He just continued to explain without being interjected to, or perhaps without stopping. He just continued, unfolded to explain to me.
Yes.
What he
Ukhuluma uthi kimi ntanzi. Hayi uthi mboshela ukuthi necala lenhlamvu aphinde ngaba necala lasefoso leli lika Meyiwa sale mazi Meyiwa sisephathini eForce.
He said to me that I had been arrested pertaining the matter of the possession of the ammunition, and further that I am accused, or that I am arrested further of this Meyiwa case, that we had inflicted injuries on him. That is the phosphorus case. Was it in?
Yeah, just a minute.
Sisephathini.
Oh, and that they were at the. Then he said that they were at the party.
Yes.
Wathi wayihamba nabangani bakhe.
And he said that he was in the company of his friends.
Yes.
Wathi abangani bakhe ngomaphisa kodwa kasho ukuthi wathi nomaphisa abangani bakhe.
He said it was Mapisa and them when he referred to his friends. Said Mapisa and them.
Ngasethi neyikulungile ndoda uboshiwe.
So that it's fine. You are arrested already.
Ngase ngikhipha 500 rand la kimi ephakethe ngamnika wajika wakhala wabhekana. Ngase ngihamba kwaba kugcinana kwami ubonana naye.
I then took out 500 rands from my pocket and I gave it to him. He took the 500 rands and then turned away from me, and he started crying. And that was the last that I saw of him. Wahamba.
Ngahamba
I then left.
sehlukana kanjani.
That's how we parted our ways.
And if you can perhaps just try to use the exact words that he used when he told you about this Meyiwa case. What did he say?
Uma-ke ungajahelwa, uma ekutshela ngaleli cala likaMeyiwa, wathini? Wehlisa ijubane-ke lapho makakutshela ngaleli cala, wathini?
Yeah.
Makakutshela ngaleli cala likaMeyiwa.
Wathi
Sebenzisa la mazwi awasebenzisa yena, makakutshela ngaleli cala likaMeyiwa, wathini?
wathi mangitshela lokho wajika wakhala wabhekana.
Makakutshela ngalo leli cala.
Yebo.
when he started relating to me about that matter, he turned away from me and he started crying, and looked into that direction or the opposite direction.
But what were his exact words? What did he say?
Wathini kahle kahle? Utheni nakakutshela?
khathe ngibikele
Nkathi ekubikela wathi.
wathi babesephathini
He said they were at the party.
behamba nabangani bakhe
And that he was in the company of his friends.
Yes.
abomaphisi
Mapisa and them.
balimaza umeyiwa babulala umeyiwa
They inflicted injury on Meyiwa. They killed Meyiwa.
Yes. Is it all?
Yikho konke.
yebo yikho lokho akushoyo
That's all he said.
And when he mentioned this, did he say that freely and voluntarily?
Uma ekhuluma lokho, wakhuluma ngokukhuleka kwakhe ngokuy'khethela ngaphansi kwengcindezi ethize. Mumqaphela ngenkathi ekutshela lokho.
wangitshela wakhaya
He just told me that and then he cried.
Yes. What happened thereafter?
Kwenzekani emva kwalokho-ke?
ngakhipha u-500 wamnika asengihamba
I took out the 500 rands and I gave it to him and I walked away.
Yes.
futhi sehlukana kanjalo vele
That's how we parted our ways.
Did you see him thereafter?
Emva kwalokho uke wambona futhi?
phindanga ngombona
I never saw him again after that.
And did you maintain any further contact with him?
Waqhubeka-ke ukuba noxhumano kuba khona phakathi kwakho naye.
uxhumano lwethu alisekho
We no longer have any contacts.
Thank you, my lord. That is all.
Thanks. Sorry, what's your time?
It's 3 o'clock.
3 p.m.
Should we commence with the cross-examination or
My lord, let's start afresh tomorrow morning.
Mr. Baloyi?
That's in order, my lord.
Alan?
That is in order.
And the other councils, is it in order?
It's in order, my lord.
There's a witness available tomorrow.
Ukhona kusasa futhi. Singakwazi ukuthi siqhubeke futhi ngaloludaba kusasa khona enkantolo. Kulungile.
emsebenzini sasa
I'm going to work tomorrow. I've asked for permission, as an exception for today.
Mr. Baloyi?
Yes, it is indeed so, my lord. We would have preferred that we've finalized with the witness today.
Now I can sit up to 8 o'clock at night. I don't have a problem.
Then we can proceed, my lord.
Okay,
Then
Fine.
we can proceed. Let's accommodate the four gentlemen.
all right. But then the gentlemen there, what time are they supposed to go to their
There's
custody?
another about 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes, fine. Yes, Mr. Ramusepedi.
Indeed, so, my lord, I'm indebted to the court. Good afternoon, Mr. Mthelezi.
We are being then
yebo
reciprocated.
Now, you have testified about my lord, there's a request that we take a 5-minute adjournment for consultation.
For?
For consultation with the accused persons.
So we must all vacate the court.
No. Should we also vacate? That's the request, my lord.
Even Mr. Baloyi was leader of court.
Can't conduct it this way.